Hi BookTube, it's Thea, and this video is going to be wrapping up books 26 through 30 that I have read so far in 2017. The next thing that I have finished for 2017 is You Ive Never Known by Ellen Hopkins. This is her newest novel, and I felt that this was just okay. I was kind of a little bit disappointed, but I think a lot of that came down to the way it was marketed on Goodreads. The description on Goodreads basically gives you the big twist, so definitely go into this book blind if you do want to read it. I think I didn't enjoy it as much because I knew what the twist was, and so everything leading up to it was already like, well, yeah, obviously that's going to happen because this is the big twist. So definitely go into this book blind. If you don't know, all of Ellen Hopkins' books are done in verse. So while it is a chunker, it's a really easy read. You can sit down and read it in like a sitting and a half. But overall, I feel like my 3 stars is kind of biased because of the fact that I was spoiled by the description, but I definitely want to check out more Ellen Hopkins in the future. I did pick this up back in March. She was at my local book festival, so I got to meet her and she signed it, but overall it was just okay for me. I gave it like 3.5 stars, but I will be picking up more Ellen Hopkins books in the future. The next thing that I have completed is another book that I was kind of disappointed that I didn't like more, and that is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I do really enjoy the writing. I think Nicola Yoon's writing is beautiful, but for me, overall, the story was just okay. I think I was really disappointed with, again, the twist that the book took, and for me, it kind of ruined the whole first part of the book, and so I definitely had a problem with the twist that it takes, and I ended up only giving it 3 stars. But I did really enjoy the writing. I like the style of the book. It's really cute with her, doing her emails and everything. And if you don't know, this book follows Madeline, who is sick. She is basically allergic to everything. She's got a compromised immune system, so she's never allowed outside, and her mom is a doctor who takes care of her. They've filtered air that they do through the vents, and then one day a boy moves in named Ollie, and it kind of changes how she wants to live and changes her thoughts on living, and she's decided that she would rather live her life and take the chance of dying because of something that she's allergic to than not living. And the story is really cute, don't get me wrong, and I really did enjoy the writing, but for me, what ruined it was the twist at the end. I think that kind of tarnished the innocence of this book, and overall I gave it like 3.5 stars, but this cover is gorgeous. I really enjoy the first half of the book, and I think the story, and I think the romance was really cute, innocent romance, and the twist that comes just ruined it for me. But I definitely am going to pick up some more Nicola Yoon books. I do have The Sun Is Also a Star, which I've heard is really good as well, so I'm going to pick that up. But for me, this was just okay, and I gave it 3.5 stars. The next thing that I read is from a graphic novel series that I have been working on, and that is Fables Volume 3, Storybook Love by Bill Willingham. This series is very similar to Once Upon a Time, where it's storybook characters in like a real world setting, but I feel like this is more adult than Once Upon a Time. It's got some more like adult themes, and there's some more like violence, and but it's a really good series. I'm really enjoying it so far. I love the artwork in it. It's very kind of classic graphic novel, comic book themed, and some of the relationships that build and form in this series is a lot of fun. Kind of take the norm and change it up a little bit, and I really enjoy it. Overall, I did really enjoy this volume, and I gave it 4 stars. The next thing that I have read and completed is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I absolutely loved this book. I enjoyed it way more than I was expecting to. It is a chunker, and it took me like a month and a half to read because I would listen to, oh, sorry, my allergies are acting up this morning. I would listen to the audiobook at work, and then I would come home and read it. So I did do both, and this book just honestly comes down to a coming-of-age story about Theodore Ducker, who is 12, 13, and lives in New York with his mom, and then by a way of an accident, which I won't spoil, his mom dies, and then so he is moved from a few different houses, and then eventually winds up with his father, who lives in Vegas, and it's just about this coming of age story. It's marketed as this like underground art scene, which I can understand, but that's not the focus of the book at all. The focus of the book is really Theodore Decker growing up and just experiencing life, going through doing mistakes and experiencing things that a 12, 13-year-old boy would experience. And honestly, this book was amazing. This was my first Donna Tartt novel, and I really enjoyed it. And I gave it like 4.5 stars. The last book that I have completed so far is the next volume in Gravitation, and this is volume 10. Again, this is a manga series that I've been working on, and it's about a young boy who is in a rock band and falls in love with an author, and it's just about kind of the things that happen and the things that he goes through. The series is kind of falling downhill. The first half of the series is really good, and the last 2 volumes and this volume I only gave 3 stars because it's been going on for a while, and I feel like it's kind of just become like a filler volumes until the end, until the last one where it's like wrapping up, because they have kind of taken a weird turn and done some things that don't really make, and I've done some things that don't make sense. But overall, I have enjoyed this series. And I will continue to finish it out because there is only 12 volumes. But for me, this one was just okay. With some of the things that they decided to do with it, I just wasn't a fan of. And I didn't feel like they were relevant to the plot. So I only gave this 3 stars. So here are the next 5 things that I have read and completed for 2017. Please let me know in the comments below any thoughts, comments, or opinions about these books. If you like them, if you dislike them, if you'd like to get in contact with me, I have all my social media stuff down below in the description. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!